Today. This is my first log for production. Uh, I really don't know what to do. I haven't really gotten into this too much. Okay, so I often find myself being asked if I'm religious and then asked to explain my faith. I try and explain it quickly and then get asked a bunch of questions. So this is going to be my attempt to produce a short video. It's like 2 to 3 times a day. It was this week, 2 to 3 times a day on average, which was quite often. I'm getting tired of it. I said this exact phrase that I'm getting tired of in front of somebody on a server who had already heard it, and he told me to do it. So it's important enough to do it. I've been goaded into this, and that's why I've started this. Uh, so I read The Origin of Species a few times and started to see the evolved wisdom of the ancient religious stories. We have natural selection played a role on us. Most competitive people in the environments survive individual, and the religious different religions. There was plenty of different faiths for a long time. I mean, Egypt happened. Pareto distribution exists mathematically. It played its role, and the winning religious group, the winning wisdom, did get selected out. Now, maybe new forms of this wisdom, but it'll be the same wisdom will pop up. And of course, around the world, different the wisdom, and maybe even some different wisdom that doesn't exist in the primary civilized, successful Western religion does exist. So I'm not going to discount that. Oh god, I realized I have my headphones in and a mic, and I might have screwed up. Anyway, we'll find out. So the ancient religions, so all religions have different pressures and different pressures on them, different environments, but the same wisdom might. It does seem in many different religions the same wisdom pops up, and I suggest that the winning strategy is the one that's on top. So I'm very dogmatic. Leviticus 19:27 is the reason I have long hair and a beard. To me, it exists versus not existing. The version that had it led to maximum individual and group success, and the version that didn't was outcompeted. So, so I'm not sure if it's appropriate to bring that up in this, but I don't want to. I'm going to write this down. This is just planning this out. Yeah, the most competitive religions outcompeted all of the most important and most the tenets that led to the most individual and group success were selected, and they got put into the Bible. There's been reformations, there's been translations, and they exist. So if it's there, it must have been there for a reason. Those who followed outcompeted those who didn't. This particular, so I believe in God. You have a faith circuit in your brain, and it evolved alongside the religions with this wisdom. So might as well compound it with the wisdom that evolved alongside it to maximize individual and group success. It's not just it's game theory. What's good for me and those around me. Not good for me at the cost of those around me, or good for those around me at the cost of the self. All those strategies were outcompeted. There are many different faiths of the past, that's the first. Idolatry is the first commandment. You do the first major commandment is do not follow these other sets of strategies. They have been outcompeted. If you hold those strategies high, you will not be as competitive. And when you look at the length of human history, the complexity of the civilizations, I do hold these strategies with high reverence. I do believe that other religious texts, particularly from other major civilizations, the Chinese, although I look at the Chinese now compared to Western civilization and the impact Western civilization has had on like Japan and on countries such as Japan and Korea, and I do believe the Western ones to be superior. But there's value I see there. The origin of species is what led me to this, and evolutionary theory. So I consider that fundamental to me. My Bible. It's risky. I might to call it part of my Bible. In the long run, we'll find out if the group that considers it to be of such high reverence as the Bible outcompetes the others, then it will be the one of the future. It hasn't been time tested. revisionism is difficult. Right there.